Gigi here. We're on day 60 of 72 days of leadership wizardry. I'm Jill Gigi Austin, and we are walking together through the 72 days, looking at all of the oracle cards in the leadership wizardry deck. Now today we are on the lens card for the archetype of the manifester. And by its very definition, the manifester is about bringing the vision into reality. It is about creating something from an idea. It's about boldly making change. Now, there are some things that you would expect with this. You would expect some kind of a formula or recipe for how might one do this. And we've been using the example of, my personal example of wanting to bring in more resources to support my power, passion, and purpose. And then finding the intention underneath that, which is about abundance, wanting to feel overwhelmed with abundance. And then we talked about how we claim it. We actually say it out loud, we call it in, we attract it with that magnetic intention, and we kind of seal that up with gratitude that it's already on the way. Now, those are the kind of things you'd probably expect in a recipe for manifestation. But here are the really interesting pieces, the interesting spice notes and layers that make this really work. So, thing one, there's a step in here where one needs to recognize and be open to the something that is coming towards you that you've called, even if it doesn't look like what you think it's going to look like. Calling in more resources, I'm figuring I'm going to get some help. I'm going to get, some volunteers, or maybe some dollars are going to come my way, or, who knows, but something like that. Well, here's one I didn't expect. Yep. So at one point, I was going to a class in a certain kind of workout, a method which I really loved. It involved like hanging from, wires and things. And I love this class, and I love the instructor, and I love the community. And all of a sudden, she stopped teaching it, and that community dissolved. Now that was not what I thought I was calling in, but it turns out that made room for something else in my schedule. And so it actually did result in more resources towards my power, passion, and purpose. And by the way, an alternate kind of exercise that I really now enjoy and would never have tried because I wouldn't have had the room. That's one. A second one is the power of reciprocity, meaning immediately when you ask for it, you give it back. Loving that. And the third thing is, it's really important for the manifester to connect the dots, asking the question, how is this thing I'm making in alignment with the greatest good for all? All right, see you tomorrow.